Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. You must have heard, or if you have not heard yet, what we are going to discuss is about the Supreme Court fining of Mike Ozekhome, senior advocate of Nigeria, 40 million naira for questioning the emergence of Hope Uzodimma as the governor of Imo State through the Supreme Court in 2020. Now, for those who are not yet aware of this, the Supreme Court has imposed a fine of 40 million naira on a senior advocate of Nigeria, Chief Mike Ozekhome, for filing what they called or considered frivolous, vexatious, and irritating motions before the court in respect of the Imo State governorship tussle that was decided since 2019. Ozekhome was handed the fine for bringing a motion before the Apex Court seeking to revalidate the suit that removed Emeka Ihedioha as governor of Imo State in 2019. The senior lawyer, who was ordered in a ruling by Justice Tijani Abubakar to personally pay the 40 million naira fine to 4 respondents he dragged before the court. So Justice Tijani Abubakar wants Michael Ozekhome to personally pay the fine to 4 respondents that he dragged before the court. Those to be paid are the Action People's Party, Uche Nnadi, Uche Nwosu, and the Independent National Electoral Commission. In the motion considered to be frivolous by the court, Ozekhome had asked the court for a consequential order to compel the Independent National Electoral Commission to issue a fresh certificate of return to Ihedioha to enable him to spend a 4-year term as Imo State governor. According to Ozekhome, his grouse was that the incumbent governor, Senator Hope Uzodimma, unlawfully spent the 4 years which Ihedioha ought to spend. Among others, Ozekhome in the motion claimed that the All Progressive Congress had no candidate in the 2019 governorship election. Hence, Uzodimma ought not to have been made governor on the platform of the APC. However, the Apex Court dismissed the motion on the ground that it has no jurisdiction to entertain such a motion. Justice Abubakar held in the ruling that the request was strange, frivolous, baseless, unwarranted, vexatious, and irritating. He further held that the motion was a calculated design to demonize the Supreme Court. That one was the one that really caught me. He said it was a calculated attempt by Chief Michael Ozekhome, senior advocate of Nigeria, to demonize the Supreme Court. But the truth remains that already the Supreme Court had demonized itself, because that judgment is still being cited as an example of the rot in Nigerian judiciary, and no lesser a personality than the retired Justice Datijo Mohammed also pointed out about this particular judgment. So I don't think it was right for the court to say that Ozekhome wanted to demonize the Supreme Court. No, even the a member of the a member of the Supreme Court, a member of the Supreme Court had pointed out the kind of rot in the judiciary, and including also the Supreme Court. Datijo Mohammed, in an excerpt from his valedictory speech, which he rendered, which he delivered before he retired, and that is at his valedictory speech, there's an excerpt from it, which I will read to you here, which shows clearly that the Supreme Court has a lot of challenges, and the insiders like Datijo Mohammed, who served in the judiciary for 47 years, knows what he's talking about. Now, this is what Datijo Mohammed said in respect of the rot in the judiciary. Just an excerpt. It's not, if you go and read the speech, it is full of allegations of wrongdoing in the judiciary, to the level that if he had been another client, after that speech he delivered, the Chief Justice of Nigeria would have resigned. If it were to happen in America, the Chief Justice will resign. But of course, we are living in a climate where things like that don't happen. Now, this is what Datijo Mohammed said about the Supreme Court. He said, there is the further issue of the unpredictable nature of recent decisions of the court as well. A number of respected senior members of the bar, inter alia, citing the Ahmad Lawan, the former Senate president, and Imo State's governorship appeals. They cited the Ahmad Lawan case and Imo governorship appeals, and claimed that decisions of even the Apex Court and the Supreme Court have become unpredictable, that it is difficult to understand how and whereby these decisions, the judiciary pendulum swings. He said it was not so before. They contend. In some quarters, the view is strongly held that filth and intrigue characterize the institution these days. This is Datijo Mohammed making reference to the rot in the judiciary, which even the members of the bar have identified and talked about, citing the case of Imo governorship, which is about Uzodimma's matter. So it is a common knowledge that Uzodimma's matter is a matter that ought to have drawn the attention of the judiciary. If they can reverse themselves, let them reverse themselves. In fact, Michael Ozekhome, as far as I could see it, had presented the Supreme Court opportunity to redeem themselves on that Imo issue. But instead of redeeming themselves, they are blaming Ozekhome of demonizing them. And they slammed him 40 million naira. Many see this as a punishment for daring to question their decision. But Michael Ozekhome himself, in his reaction, have said that what he presented was nothing new. And it is not uncommon for the Supreme Court to reverse to take a second look at his decision. And he cited instances. But the reason now they have slammed him, an opportunity for them to redeem themselves, to look at that matter again. Because the fact of the matter remains, no matter what anybody says, the court itself agreed that Uche Nwosu was the candidate of APC and APP. So if Uche Nwosu is the candidate of two parties, and the court agreed, and that was why he was disqualified, so how come that Uzodimma was the candidate of APC? It means that even injustice was done to Uche Nwosu. So that's the issue. And that was what Ozekhome wanted them to look at. So look, Ab initio, APC had no candidate. But at the end of the day, it's the Supreme Court. They have taken their decision. But the truth remains. Ozekhome presented an opportunity for the Supreme Court to redeem itself. The Supreme Court wasted that opportunity. Instead of redeeming itself, it went ahead to punish Ozekhome for daring to ask them to redeem themselves. Quite unfortunate. But the fact of the matter remains that the reason why there was the trending hashtag all eyes on the judiciary is because most Nigerians believe that the judiciary is not working in the interest of the people, that is working in the interest of the establishment. It has gotten to the level where even politicians have lost confidence in the judiciary. The other day, Dino Melaye, the governorship candidate of the PDP in Kogi State election, says he's not going to go to court, that going to court is a waste of time. In fact, let me quote him. He said that the judiciary has become, according to him, a department of the APC. So with that kind of mindset, why would any reasonable person go to court to challenge the outcome of an election? And Dino went further to say, look, with the way things are, judiciary being an arm of the APC, and then INEC working for APC, according to him, he said the best thing is to boycott future elections that are conducted under the present leadership of the Independent National Electoral Commission. You can see how things like this are damaging the reputation of our judiciary, the reputation of our electoral umpire, and the reputation of our democracy. In fact, the actions of the Supreme Court is largely to blame for most of the things happening in Imo State today. Before the Supreme Court ruling, which brought Uzodimma to power, Imo State was as peaceful as any other place you can think of. Imo State was a heaven of peace until the Supreme Court ruled that Uzodimma is the rightful governor of Imo State, and all hell was let loose. And today, Imo State has become like a war zone. About 5 local governments are no longer accessible. People have literally vacated those areas because of insecurity. Had the Supreme Court not done what they did, many people would have died in Imo State today. Perhaps they would have been alive. Only God knows. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours. Now, under this video, there are links of that will take you to Jumia. Any product you bought through this link, phones in particular, Jumia is going to give you 40% off from the normal price. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.